Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back and doing a best of 3 Innistrad draft. So this is a rare that lets us return creature cards with mana value 3 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield, but it gains if this creature would die, exile it instead, and it's got flashback. I mean, it doesn't seem that busted. It's kind of cool. It's a res spell. Res spells are notoriously, in my opinion, not like broken and limited. Like, you could even argue this might be better because it's more mana, but at least it lets you target anything. And it maybe gets cheaper. So, I don't know. Got Flame Channeler, which is a cool card with burn spells. I might just take Duel for Dominance. Good removal spell. Potentially can even be combat trick removal, even though it is actual fight, not one-sided fight. Novice Occultist, good for the sack value deck. Commando has gotten me a couple times. That flash has really wrecked my face a couple times. All right, so in green we just have Bramble Armor. There's Defenestrate, which is some real solid removal. Ambitious Farmhand is a good transform card. I like Organ Hoarder. Ominous Roost I would like to build around someday. Voldaren Ambusher is good value, but Defenestrate's pretty legit. It's hard to go wrong with 3 mana instant. Kill a creature without flying, and there's plenty of non-flyers that you'd like to kill for 3 mana. I guess there's some flyers I'd like to kill for 3 mana as well, but I'll probably just go Defenestrate. Love this Organ Hoarder, still haven't gotten to play it. Those 4-drops are tough to play, but this one is good value. And yeah, I do want to build the Ominous Roost deck. Hopefully I do it someday, but for now we'll do Defenestrate. Ooh, Delver. Well, that's fun. Rotten Reunion in black, Timberland Guide in green, a lot of blue cards. And Delver, I mean, Delver seems like a fun, real fun build around. And you can play it, I'm sure. I mean, I assume it's at its best in, you know, blue-red probably. It's where it kind of always found its home. But I assume in blue-black it's got to be pretty good too. There's probably plenty of things to utilize with that. Wrangler actually seems like a card that's deceptively good. Being able to, end of their turn, tap some stuff is good value. I think it's a woodpecker pecking on my house right now. Let's just take Delver. All right. Scoundrel is a good werewolf. Stormrider Spirit in blue. Ecstatic Awakener is good. I almost wonder if I like Awakener more than Scoundrel, especially in blue-black where you'd have probably a lot of Decayed. Then this is just a great card. Cultist is good, sack value too. Hobbling Zombie is good. A lot of goodies in here. I like the Scoundrel, but I think I actually like the Awakener more. We'll see if that archetype comes together. This is a cool card, can protect from removal. Shadowbeast Sighting is good. This is a good card. But I think Defenestrate is probably our strongest card right now, so let's go for more of that direction if we can. A lot of good black picks in there anyway. Well, now there's a lot of good green picks. Rise of the Ants is a cool card. I could take another Duel for Dominance. Problem with Duel for Dominance in black is, I mean, well, it'll probably still be fine. There's plenty of green creatures we can fight with. It's good removal. So we can take that. Because in black, there's just Siege Zombie, which isn't that exciting. I do think Rise of the Ants is pretty good. But I'd probably take the removal for now. Dawnheart Wardens. 3 mana, 3/3 Vigilance. Oh, that's cool. That's a good card, actually. I like Shady Traveler. No Way Out actually seems fine, too. Especially with Awakener. And it's good with Delver if we end up somehow that way, too, I guess. Shady Traveler is good. 4/4 Menace is nothing to scoff at, especially when you have 2 Duel for Dominance. If we do go that direction. I think I'm actually going to go No Way Out. I mean, I could also go for the splash, but I feel like this card is really good, actually. It's good with Delver. It's good with Awakener. Kind of like it. Locked in the Cemetery. So you can make something not be able to untap, or if you have 5 or more cards in your graveyard, you just tap it and then it doesn't untap. I mean, both of those are pretty good. It's just a 2-mana thing. Otherwise, Angler has Disturb. We don't know for blue yet because we have 2 pretty good green cards right now. We'd like to be black, but there's no black picks in here. I haven't played Locked in the Cemetery before. I'll see if it's... I guess it's not that good with Delver, though. Yeah, that's probably true. So we can take the Behemoth here and then presumably look pretty good if we get some more Decayed stuff. Otherwise, Component Collector's not that exciting. Consider whatever. Rotten Reunions, I guess a way... We'd probably wheel the other one anyway. It's not... I can't imagine it's a highly contested pick. It's probably okay here, actually. I mean, getting rid of a Disturb or Flashback spell and then getting a body that you can sack or attack with. Let's take Behemoth, though. I'd like to be black, if possible. And we're looking like we're wanting to be the black sack deck, but we'll see if we get that. Could take Fading Hope. Guess it works with Delver. I don't really like Otherworldly Gaze. Probably don't need the Candle Guide. So current instant sorcery count, 5. Actually, really not bad. But I guess 2 of them are Duel for Dominance, which we're presumably not playing. If we're wheeling it, I kind of want to build around it, but do we have... Maybe cast a spell from your graveyard. Are we ever going to be... I mean, it also just comes in and gives you a 1/1 flyer. Not that that's that great, but... We really just don't have anything we play out of the graveyard yet, but I'm still going to take it anyway and see if it maybe can come together somehow. Guess we can take Consider. Works with Delver. Sets up for Delver nicely, actually. Sort of. Well, maybe not, because you have to draw right away. Whatever. I'll take it anyway. Spirit, it's one of those cards you play in a pinch, but you're never thrilled about playing. So, I guess. All right, back to Sludge Monster. 5 mana, 5/5. When it enters or attacks, put a slime counter on up to 1 other target creature. Non-horror creatures with slime counters on them lose all abilities and have base power, toughness 2/2. That's sweet. I like that. Contortionist Troop is, of course, good. Sunrise Cavalier is good. And it's on creature control. Archivist is good. Zombie, Occultist I want. Occultist is good with the Behemoth and the Awakener. And we didn't wheel the last one. Good green cards in here. But yeah, I haven't played Sludge Monster. It seems like a really good card, though. 5 mana, 5/5 with some cool upside. We can take another No Way Out. I'm kind of okay with that. Like, so far there's been quite a few mid-range decks, and I feel like this in our deck is quite good. Getting rid of stuff in their hand can be good. It makes it 2/2. I don't know. The jury's still out on this one. Discard Unlimited is also a controversial topic, I would say. We can take Eaten Alive, or we can take... I like the Strangler, too. They're both good. But I'd probably take Eaten Alive. You can... It's always removal for 5 mana, and sometimes removal for 1 mana. Hopefully when you need it. And it's good with Delver. If anything's good with Delver, we're going to take it. Guess that's a reason to not play Locked in the Cemetery, but that's okay. Looks like Ominous Roost deck is probably not happening, to be honest, but I'll leave it in for now and just hold out hope it does. So a little bit light in the creature department. We need to up the power level a little bit of this deck if we can. Ooh, Blood Tithe Collector's a good one. Another Eaten Alive, some more removal. Bat Whisper is pretty good. Horde is, of course, good. And Eaten Alive, more removal. Well, I like removal, but yeah, we might just have to take Eaten Alive. That's tough. I like the Collector a lot too. And Diregraph Horde is great, especially with Behemoth and Awakener. But we probably take removal and hope to find more decay stuff along the way. All right, Intruder actually seems fine. Or we could take Gale Drifter because it's 2 bodies in 1, so it's good with sack effects as well. It is a 4-drop, however. Might still be okay. This is like a combat trick, which is really nice. Yeah, I have a feeling this is real good. Flash in, -2, -0, win a fight, get an evasive creature. Yeah, it's probably uncommon for a reason. Organ Hoarder, are we finally going to get to take it and play it? I think so. Otherwise, there's Shady Traveler, which is also very good. But I want the card draw aspect of Hoarder for the value. Really like this. I don't think Collector's likely to want to happen in here. But, I mean, it's playable, and occasionally it taps things down, can untap things. Yeah. At this point, I think we can take out the Roost. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know about Locked in the Cemetery in here either. I mean, up to 7 instants and sorceries. That's not bad. Well, I do like Blood Tithe Collector, but I think I'm going to take Abomination here. It's looking real good. It's an evasive creature, it spits out creatures for our Behemoth and Awakener, and works with our Eaten Alive. So a lot of good synergy for the deck here. Blood Tithe Collector is just an all-around strong card. Falcon Abomination is also a strong card. That's cheaper. That synergizes better with the deck. So we can take the Rotten Reunion here. It's not a great card, but it kind of makes sense for our deck because it gives us some bodies of sack. I think in a pinch I can play it. It also happens to just activate Delver, which is kind of nice, I guess. Gives us some sack. I mean, we have, what, 3 or 4 sack outlet cards now, so Rotten Reunion might be a necessary evil to play. Also, you don't have to exile a card to get the Decay creature, which I think is kind of cool, actually. The fact that it has flashback is some nice icing on the cake as well. Okay, here, I think pretty easy Hobbling Zombie. Great card in general. Maybe just good. Maybe I shouldn't say great, but good card. Secrets of the Key is actually kind of cool too, but I'm going to take the zombie. It really works well for our deck, and in general, I think it's a good card. So here, we'll just take probably the Vandal, and we're not in those colors, so we'll let them just flow. Oh, I guess we're competing for these colors. We'll take the weakest card here, because we're not, once again, competing for white or red. Guess we'll just cut the blue card. I'm not going to play a Larder Zombie, though, I don't think. Up to 10 creatures. I guess a little bit more if you count the... neither of those cards matter. Count the No Way Out or Rotten Reunion. Hostile. Well, I feel like this is an actual deck where I could play it, but... you have to exile actual creature cards. Is there anything else? I could take... I'd probably take Abomination. I mean, Hostile is cool. It's just... I feel like it's a lot of work to get it going. And ultimately, especially at sorcery speed, like it would actually be it's a weird mythic too. It does not feel mythic to me. It feels like a rare. I guess you can phase it out. I don't know. I'm not really digging it. I'm going to take another Abomination because I think it's a much better card for us. Corpse Cobble. You know, I never realized this is instant speed, which is actually kind of cool. That could be something we want to play here. Also just happens once again to activate Delver, but it's cool that in response to removal you can, and it's instant speed. This might actually just be a good card. In response to your removal, sack whatever you're going to kill, make a menace creature, or sack a bunch of decayed creatures and make a huge menace creature. I don't know. Otherwise I could take the zombie, but I want to try this out. That actually just seems like a really cool card. Vivisection is actually very good with the tons of decayed things we might have. Otherwise, there's Revenge of the Drowned, which is some good removal. We don't have much removal. I don't know why. I mean, I'm curious why that one's uncommon. I guess we have 2 Eaten Alive, Feigning Hope. We have the Defenestrate. We have some removal. I could just get card draw, but Revenge of the Drowned does play well. Maybe we get Vivisection back. I'm going to take Revenge of the Drowned. I might end up regretting that. We'll see. Well, Scab looks good here. No doubt about that. I mean, we've got how many zombies? 5 plus everything that makes them. So, looking good. Plus, it's a 2 mana, 2/3, which is good. Very good. So, we could take the Angler, but probably want the Occultist. Occultist is going to be excellent in here with 2 Eaten Alives and all the sack stuff that we've talked about ad nauseum. Otherwise, Angler is a good sack target too, and it comes back, which is nice, but that's all right. Don't really need any of this. I don't think we're playing Component Collector. I'll probably just take an uncommon. I don't even know if I want to play the first Component Collector. Another Delver? That's cool. Otherwise, we could take a Ecstatic Awakener, which is still great in here, but Delver's cool. I like Delver in here. 3/2 flyers, nothing to scoff at. Horde is great. Take it. Don't need the Component Collector. I guess I'll just take an uncommon. Otherworldly Gaze. Honestly, it sets up for Delver, so I guess if there's any deck where you'd play it, maybe this is it. Bladebrand looks good here too. Actually, Startle probably looks better though, doesn't it? They both draw, but this actually gives you another sack outlet, another sack fodder thing, which is good for our deck. Am I actually going to play Otherworldly Gaze? With 2 Delvers, I'm seriously considering it. Secrets of the Key is a good card too. Some card advantage. Granted, it's a little bit slow, but I like it. Devious Cover-Up is a reprint as well. 4 mana counterspells, typically not what I like to play, if I'm being real honest here. Do we want to do 17 lands? We didn't get that Vivisection back, which is kind of surprising. Corpse Cobble's actually looking good now with all these like ways to make decayed things. So this is counter a spell and then exile it, and you can get stuff back from here. It's probably not good enough. So we have 14 creatures, but really we kind of have more than that. It's tough because do you count decayed as creatures? It's probably not super wise to count decayed as creatures, but I guess I can. Maybe I cut Locked in the Cemetery. Not that it's a bad card. I actually think it's probably in general an okay card, but an okay card that doesn't really synergize with the rest of our deck is not exactly what I'm looking for. Because we still have Defenestrate and Eaten Alives and Revenge of the Drowned to interact with stuff. I kind of always feel comfortable cutting Stormrider Spirit, but in this case I might actually run it. Because we have a lot of ways to flip Delver, which is nice. Could maybe get away with 16 lands. There is a chance because we have Consider, we have Otherworldly Gaze. Actually, that's true. This Investigates. I guess that's a way to do it. Startle can draw. Cultist Dying. We don't have a lot of mana sinks either. I mean, we should be able to sack for that. Maybe we can get away with 16. Because I kind of don't want to cut a lot of these things anyway. So, weakest cards that are on the chopping block now. Gaze. Maybe Rotten Reunion can go. Even though it does synergize well with our deck, I think at this point we have enough things that make zombies where we probably don't need Reunion. It's also maybe a fine sideboard card. I actually like Reunion, if I'm being perfectly honest. I feel like we might be able to cut it. I could cut the Otherworldly Secrets of where is it? Fading Hope. We could cut Fading Hope. It's an okay interaction card and allows you to scry one sometimes. And scry one is actually valuable with Delver. But I like the cards that make the bodies. I'm digging that. I might end up cutting both of these. Might cut like Fading Hope and Rotten Reunion. But do I want the... I mean, I just like that Otherworldly Gaze can set up Delver. That is cool. And it's something you can play on turn one if you only have 2 lands to maybe set up and either find Delver or set up and find more lands. So maybe I can cut Rotten Reunion and Fading Hope. And then 14 creatures, but really it's more. I mean, we could cut a creature here. Stormrider Spirit, like I said, usually the one that I'm comfortable putting on the chopping block. It's nice that it can occasionally eat a creature and that it's evasive, but in general, I don't think it's going to be... It just feels like something I'm comfortable cutting, basically. And I guess with 16 lands, probably want to curve a little bit on the lower side if possible. Well, built a Delver deck, I guess. That's cool. We'll give this a go. And we have how many instants and sorceries? We have 11. I mean, 11 is actually pretty reasonable amount of stuff to flip Delver with. We'll have to try out this Otherworldly Gaze. Hopefully it does something for us. We'll see. It does not seem like a good card on the surface. I'm just hoping I'm wrong and that the Delver deck is the one place where it might actually do something, but we'll see. Because we don't... I mean, it also allows you to maybe put flashback stuff in your graveyard if you don't have Delver out. So, like, put a Otherworldly Gaze in there. And it gives you access to, like, another spell. It's not card advantage at that point, but gives you access to spells out of your graveyard. We have flashback there. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round one. All right, play first. One lander, we'll maul. This one we'll keep. No Delver, but that's all right. We'll keep it. So what would I rather have, Consider or Startle? Because I think I'm going to boot one of these and probably keep the 3 lands. I think Startle's actually better. Because then if I have Abomination out, I can block something and... Oh, Cultist is good. I could startle it. That's cool. That's cool too. I have 12 damage on board. We're like a blade stitch scab away from pretty good state here. So I think we'll revenge the token because it just kills it. And then we get a 2/2. I don't want to do it on their turn because then their hauler flips, which doesn't seem great. And I don't want to attack with my decayed guys, I guess, until I've probably got like a blade stitch scab out or something. Guess I can block here. That's cool. So that's actually really good. Let's do the hoarder first. So I can get Delver. Oh, blade stitch scab. Yeah, that's, man, those are all good. Now I can put the rest. So we'll put scab in my hand. We'll put the corpse cobble in the graveyard. That's really cool, actually. So guess we want to kill the hauler. Either way, I can't attack this turn. Let's say I play scab and attack with everything. I have all zombies. They block my two biggest guys. They take 5 times 3, which is not lethal. So next turn, can I do this plus this? Because that's flashback for 5. I think I can, yeah. So I can do corpse cobble plus blade stitch scab. So eating alive here is pretty good. I think we're gonna get rid of the hauler and we'll sack a decayed creature. This lowers our damage output slightly, but gets rid of their vigilance guy, which I think is pretty important. As well as their 5 toughness creature. Oh, really? So you can go scab. I want to, after, because I can corpse cobble them after attacks. So let's do the scab. We swing with team. Stop after damage. It's a cool looking token. So we can attack with everything. I guess if they have instant speed removal, they get us pretty good, but... because then they can eat our Diregraph Horde, but I think we should probably go for it. If they kill the 13-12 then. Because they have Defenestrate mana up, but looks like they have it. Yeah. So I went for it. They had it. We lose everything. Probably lose this game, but I think it was worth it. Give it a try. All right, so we'll go to game 2. I like how the deck played. I think the deck played just fine. And we had to mulligan too, so even with the mulligan, I think we did pretty good. Locked in the Cemetery does look pretty good. I just don't really like... yeah, and they have Duel for Dominance. It's going to be less good there too. I mean, they do have some stuff that I definitely want to lock down. Oh, it's pretty bad against Hauler, actually. I mean, we had more than enough cards in our graveyard to, I guess, tap that, but... yeah, that's a tough one. I don't think there's anything we're running that's bad against them. Fading Hope actually looks kind of good. Because they pay quite a bit of a premium to play some of their stuff. Plus they put counters on there and stuff. Yeah, there's a decent argument for that, actually. And it kills Shadow Beast Sighting. Maybe I just do it. Instead of Otherworldly Gaze. Okay. Bounce expensive things or kill a token. Both of those seem fine. So we'll play first. Yeah, it's a good hand. Let's see if Delver does anything. No, I'm going to hold off on the... We have a couple things that synergize with our Decayed creatures, so I don't think it's worth attacking. Plus, we have Eaten Alive, so... thankfully, that's not that big of a deal. There we go. So now we've got Delver online. We've got 5 mana. So we can get in for 3. This isn't a breach, right? No. Good. And get the Horde out. See if they do the Duel for Dominance or something. No? Attacking? It's surprising. Interloper, huh? Alright, well, good news. Oh, wow. Intruder is a fantastic draw there. Well, this feels like a good opportunity. Well, I was going to say attack with everything, but... I think we'll get in with these 4. That's interesting. So we'll do the intruder. That won't deal any damage. And then we can... Yeah, I don't want them to get fight. Well, I guess they could still fight, but their fights are less good now, so why don't we just eat and alive that candle guide? Kill that. Sack this. And then we'll pass. Can't block, so that makes sense. Word's good. So they have 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So they don't represent lethal. That's good. So even if they kill our horde here, they don't have lethal. If they kill plus pump, then they have lethal, but nothing I can do about that. All right, well, at least it's an interesting one. I still like No Way Out, right? Yeah. No Way Out would have hit them pretty well that whole game and first game too, so. Because they seem like a deck that's, I mean, they beat us from being reactive. So a good way to combat reactive decks is to make them discard. And I still think, well, is Fading Hope good? Let's see. It's not good against Guide. It's not good against Horde. It's okay when they're pumping stuff. It's good against their fight spell. Yeah, I think it's good enough. Kills a token, bounces expensive things for 1 mana. Good against their removal or their fight spells. 1 mana way to combat fight is very good. There we go. Delver. It's a pretty bold attack. No reach, right? No. Maybe the Horde would have been better. Just put a bunch of stuff on the board. But Sludge Monster's still pretty slick there. Oh, wow. So it's whenever it attacks. So this would become a 3/3. It's not a horror either. Should be a 3/3. So I could double block the Sludge Monster. Oh, it's a 4/4. That's okay. No biggie. They still have to double block it to even kill it. And they're tapped out. Yeah. Well, Delver's still good, huh? All right, we'll see you for round 2. Honestly, I'm starting to have my doubts about the otherworldly gaze. I think it's a bad card in general. It is good with Delver, but as we've kind of proven in those games, Delver doesn't really need help. Maybe we'll just run the bounce spell again. It also protects Delver and lets you scry. Not that that's amazing because you have to do Delver again, but I don't know. I feel like I'd rather have access to the bounce than trying to set up my Delver. I mean, Delver just tends to win the game once it goes off, and it's an inevitable thing as long as it's sitting out there. So, all right, I got to keep here. No Delver, but that's okay. So, guess turn 1 consider is going to be good. Because probably need to find a land. Although if it's Delver, I'm leaving it. Tell you that much. But if it's not a Delver, no, we want the land. We want that. Startle, cool. A lot of zombies. This is where Blade Stitch Scab looks good. Uh-oh, they're gonna kill it. Ooh, that's a cool one. Finally playing against the blue-red spells deck. Let's see if this deck goes off. Counter spell. That's cool. I think we'll just pass. Because we have flash stuff, so. I'll do the intruder. We won't get the trick aspect of it now, but we also have a 2/1 flyer now. And we can keep attacking them, and they probably can't leave up flip the switch too easily. So we get to startle now. Kill their dude. And play Scab again. Ooh. So we can do Diregraph Horde. They've got... They don't even... They didn't like that. They did not like that. I don't know what they didn't like, but they didn't like how that game was going. I guess I'm still okay with Fading Hope. I don't know. I think we're probably okay. This is basically a glorified... Well, I was going to say it's a glorified Delver deck, but it's probably not true. It is almost like Zombie Tribal, I guess, with the Blade Stitch Scab and the... Oh, wow. They got real tilted after game one. All right, we'll see you in round 3. Okay, this is good. Ooh. Real good draw with Eaten Alive. Tone. Corpse Cobble's good too. So we can make them discard now, but... let's just get in there and play the Hobbling Zombie. I could have left that back too, but this is fine. I'll do it. It's not amazing, but oh, it feels pretty good there. Let's do our Delver. Four cards left in hand. I don't really want to kill either of those, to be honest, but I feel like not doing anything here is also not great, but maybe it's good enough. Four cards, make them go down to 2, get a zombie is not terrible. All right. Well, those aren't cards I fear that much, so I guess that's good. I mean, granted, it's a couple cards that can play out of their yard now, but... Oh, you can play this Delver game, huh? Hmm. So I have the choice of, because they're going to play otherworldly things. So I have the choice of making a 6/6 menace or making a 4/4 menace and dealing 4 damage to them. And to be honest, I'm not... Oh, wait. They didn't even do it? Wow. Well, I wasn't expecting that. And they still weren't able to set up Delver, huh? Ooh. I like that. Well, they do have the Scab Wrangler, so guess I'm going to have to worry about that. Hmm. Guess I'll let them trade with an Organ Hoarder because I want to get Wrangler off the board anyway. I could have bounced it, but I think this is okay. Man, they have not managed to flip their Delver though. They are digging. They only discarded 1, 2. Oh wait, that's all you have to. That's right. Makes sense. I mean, they can still take care of both of our guys here, but I didn't want to draw that land, so. Well, that's good. So they have to bounce plus tap. Obviously bouncing the Delver makes the most sense, because then I have to re-trigger it. Maybe I should have played the Delver first. But if they have the zombie counter, we can pay the 4. That's probably why they're looking at our mana base. That seems like what they have. But you might just have to play it anyway in that instance. Some pretty hot Delver on Delver action here, huh? I don't think there's anything in particular I prefer against them. I can exile their flashback stuff, like I guess gaze, and it does not seem worth it. Do that so they can't get the disturb back. I feel like we're good how we are. We've got the Delver plan. We've got Morcrypt Behemoth, Blade Stitch Scab with a bunch of token creators. Actually, maybe Rotting Reunion would have been good here. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Well, they got the flip. Oh, well, guess we can do our own. But man, they're gonna... We probably have to flip our own. Not the best use of mana here. Oh, sweet. Perfect. Guess they can flip the switch there. Then we can bounce their Delver. Oh. Well, I guess we can do it on their turn instead now. A little bit behind on the race right now, so I think we'll just smash like this. Startle's good. Oh no. We'll leave that right where it is. Oh, that's cool. Well, if they have an answer for our dude, I don't want to die right away, so I think we'll chill for now. Oh, geez. Six mana. So we're at one. It's tough. Guess we got to do this plus startle to stay alive. So close. Being at 1 life is tough. Let's see what they have in their hand, I guess, just to see. I mean, this is off. We almost beat them and they flipped over on turn 2. They had turn 2 Delver flip and we still almost beat them. So I do feel like we can win this match. They still have some pretty good things going for them, but yeah, I think we can win this. We have 2 Delvers too, so. Do I want to do Rotten Reunion? I think I do. Yeah, especially, you know what? I think it actually looks good here. Maybe instead of, no, I like Consider though. I like Startle. Maybe I like Startle more than, I like Startle more than Consider though. All right, we'll swap those. I think Rotten Reunion could actually do something here. Turn off their art, like, kind of counter half of their Ardent Electromancer. Get rid of flashback shenanigans, sort of. Hey, double Delver, there. That's what we needed. Let's see if we can do the turn 2 Delver flip. Live that dream. There it is. Oh, I should have played the, whoops. I should have played the blue mana so I could do Secrets of the Key, but that's all right. Not the end of the world. I'm okay with blocking here, actually. Like, they can get it back, and they're milling 3, so it might find them, like, some flashback or whatever. But remember, I have Rotten Reunion, which is important here. Always good when Rotten Reunion is doing something. Okay, so... I guess I could have made it so it didn't flip tonight and we didn't take 1 damage. Bummer. Could draw my bounce spell. That's true. It's all right. So... how does... you have to cast it, disturb, cast this card from your graveyard, transform. So once they do it, it's off the thing. I don't think I can do it in response to them paying the mana. So I have to do it, I think now, before they get the chance to do it. So I think that means we just get rid of it. I think we'll just defenestrate the ambusher now. Get in for 5. All right, well, that is GG's. Turn 2, Delver flip. Won my opponent game 2 and me game 3. Turns out Delver is still good, if there was any question. So, good to know. All right, took the draft. Sweet. We got there. Let's open some loot here. Curse of Leeches. I did play against this once. Good card. Transforms, attached to a player, drain them, and then when it flips, it's a 4/4 lifelinker. Both sides of that are amazing, so that seems like it'd be the pick. Falcon Abomination is very good. 2 bodies and one evasive. Apparently people don't like Immolation because I'm getting it last pick. I really don't understand that. I'd be happy to hear explanations from people on how a 1-red permanent neg2 toughness enchantment is bad or not very good. Be very, very interested to hear the explanation behind that, the rationale. Because I think it's good. Rite of Oblivion, I played against it. This is a strong card. Very, very strong card. Especially if you got some decay to back it up. I like the Search Party Captain too. This is a cool value card. Can potentially play it for one mana 2/2 draws you a card. Yeah, that'd be really good. I like Startle. The card's good. Body plus neg something plus draw. I mean, it's a lot of value for 2 mana. Blade Brand's playable probably, and then Morcrypt Behemoth is a good decayed finisher. I'm glad we got to try out Corpse Hobble. I was really impressed with that card too. Siphon Insight. Well, it's a cool card. I don't think I'd first pick it necessarily. It is cool, and it's got flashback too, and it's like free spells. And you get them permanently. I mean, it adds up to being 2 spells permanently, but otherwise, what would I take? I do like the Wrangler. Like I said, I think it's deceptively good, but I like Hobbling Zombies. This is probably a good beatdown card. Maybe take the Siphon Insight. It's a gold card, pick 1 though, which I'm not thrilled about, but it does turn into 2 of your opponent's cards, I guess. Potentially good. Patrician Geist. 3 mana 2/2 flyer. Buffs your spirits, and spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less to cast. That's a cool card. I haven't seen that one yet. I could see taking that. Nebelgast Intruder played great for us. This is a reprint too. This was not from original Innistrad, but one of the, accompanying Innistrad sets, whatever it was called. Good card. Gavany Silversmith was good. Yeah. We saw Ren in 7 already, so I mean it's a Planeswalker, certainly good enough to first pick. It's got built-in protection, so that alone is cool. But the problem with it is every time you use its +1, you mill 10% of your deck unlimited, so that's actually pretty significant. Voldaren Ambusher is good. Burly Breaker, definitely good. I like the Occultist. This is going to be a real fun card to play in the format, I think, for the right deck. I think what I'm hopeful about is this format seems like it's more of a format where you can play like 8 4-drops. I feel like formats like that lend themselves real well to being a more creative format, a format where you can kind of tool around and do weirder things, which makes them much deeper. So I have a feeling that's going to be a good sign. An early good sign for this format is if it turns out to not, be hyper aggro, if you can just play a ton of 4, 5, 6 drops, you're going to be able to do more creative things, I think. So Slash versus Eaten Alive. Well, this can kill your opponent, and it's cheaper at night. And this can deal with anything for reduced cost, potentially. I think I still like Slash more just because you can kill your opponent with it. And 3 damage usually deals with a lot of targets anyway. And then there's Ghoulish Procession, which is a cool card too. I actually like this card. I don't know if I'd take it over removal, but that's a good card too. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.